What free software is so good you can't believe it's available for free? OBS. Open broadcasting software. Free. Open source. Really good recording software for your computer. I remember trying to use Fraps when I was younger and it was just terrible. But now that I have OBS, recording and even freaking live streaming have never been easier. Surprise search, everything is not here. Instant file search. Changed the way I used computers. Where was this my entire life? So much lost time waiting for Windows to look for a damn file. While you're at it, check out Clover. It adds tabs to your file explorer. Undefined. Tabber also adds tabs to Explorer. And a ton of other functionality. Mouse over previews being my favorite. And the tabs look native too. Two come to mind. pfSense and FreeNAS. Both are heavily used at my house. pfSense is a free open source firewall and router that is feature complete to the level of competing with almost all SMB small and medium business commercial firewalls. It is also extremely reliable. FreeNAS is a software network attached storage operating system. It quickly transforms any spare old computer with a few drives and a network interface to a centralized file server with support for almost everything under the sun. From Apple Time machine backups to enterprise ISC setups that allow diskless booting of machines on the local network. Here's hoping I remember FreeNAS is a thing when I decide to make one. As a digital painter, Critter is probably the best art software you're going to get for free as long as you add the brush pack. Some of the stuff I've managed to whip up, the amount of adapting you can do to the main window is insane defined. Came here to say this. I'm a hypocrite and don't use it. But it's excellent and peeping free. If you ever thought you'd like to paint digitally, but the price of Photoshop scared you away, fear not. Download Critter. The UI is good and similar enough to PS. It runs very well. Performance is good. Has a good user base. It's absurdly well color managed. Seriously. Some painting programs WTF. Art rage. Don't even bother handling any color profiles at all. Critter does all the profiles correctly. Get Critter. Zotero. For those of you who do academic writing, this reference manager is 100x better and 1000x freer than EndNote. I've heard great stuff about Zotero. I'm on Mendeley, because that's what I started on. Have a lot of references in it. And I have no complaints. IDK why people pay for EndNote. Mendeley is all good. Owned by Elsevier though. So likely to be harnessed for evil at some stage. There was a lot of controversy when it was acquired by Elsevier. For anyone interested in the discussion, you can search the archives at Scholarly Kitchen. The various listservs I'm on aren't as user friendly, but LibLessons also had a lively debate. Is a wonderful Lego modeling program. It's great for recapturing that feeling of building with bricks. And you don't have to worry about running out of a certain color or stepping on a 1x1 piece. Apparently it also has an option to work on a project with your friends. But I haven't tried it out. Is dope. My favorite feature is that there's an option to bring you to Bricklink, where it picks all the parts you used in your model from different stores across the country. So you can order them and build it for real. A big feature that LDD should have had. Blender. For as much speed as the software gets, it is a workhorse for those of us willing to put in the time to learn it. It does tons of stuff from modeling, to animation, to video compositing. It regularly gets updates and the tech behind it is only getting better. Could it be better? Sure. Absolutely. But for something that is free, it's amazing. It also does liquid, soft body, and smoke fire physics. I've been using it for the past year to learn 3D modeling. There are a lot of good tutorials online that you can look up as well. Blender honestly does more stuff than I can probably list. The fact that they keep adding new things and going back to fix update old ones is incredible. Windstat is great for making pretty tile pictures of what's on your hard drive and finding the porn folders you'd forgotten about that are taking up a ton of space. Handbrake. Free. Very powerful video converter. The real magic ingredient in Handbrake is FmpEg, which also powers goodies like VLC, YouTube, Kodi, Chrome T. C. Mastering FmpEg Kung Fu gives a lot of skills. 1. Edit video. Cut. Merge. Speed up, slow down. 2. Scale an image up and down. 3. Convert video to GIF. GIF to images. Images to video. WE. And many more. Draw.io web-based online diagram software. This is by far the best option for doing flowcharts. I've used it on many projects. It's an online graphing calculator and it's so much better than JetEye84 I had to spend $120 on. It graphs all kinds of equations. For example, you don't have to isolate y. You can graph complete inverses. And constant placeholders exist too. Undefined. Don't you mean? Have a look at these free online calculators as well. FX Solver, great for solving math and engineering problems quickly. Lots of ready-made formulas to calculate, edit and plot. Simath, nice step-by-step solutions. Mathcentric. Mathway, cool math solver and chemistry solver. Plotting similar to Desmos. Mathway is the only reason I'm passing my math class. VLC has played every video file in every format I've given it with no problems. Also, all the video game emulators. It's amazing how you can have a fully working console on your computer with almost any game from that console for free. VLC saved a film of ours. No other software could read the corrupted Final Cut proxy files, which was all that was left after a corrupt drive. But VLC was able to read most of it and export it to a full file I could use again. Pretty incredible. VLC is one of the only video player out there that try to read a video even if it detects a corruption or an error in the file. They have some quirks with some pro formats, but it's a good software. It's a statistics software. Has a ton of add-ons that you can download for free and you have to learn it, but it will do anything once you do. I'm reading this thread as I procrastinate doing my data mining assignment on RStudio. I have come full circle. Undefined. Edit 2. Stayed up all night doing this assignment and the due date just got changed to Thursday. FML. I hated using R because it's always just one class that makes you do a few random assignments with it. So you never truly learn it, but you also can't escape it. As a former TA for R stats, I recommend finding a data set you think is incredibly interesting and posing a question you really care about. Answer that question in R and you'll appreciate it for life. For example, dominate your fantasy baseball league with R. Can confirm. Spent most of my summer learning to implement machine learning in Python with the express goal of winning my zero-work fantasy football league. Worth it. OpenSCAD, create 3D models with a scripting language. If you have a 3D printer and you want to print some exotic shapes, or if you're creating parts that might need a parameter tweak here and there each run, it's fantastic. My favorite for 3D modeling stuff for my printer. Mostly because I'm a programmer, so I feel right at home defining shapes in OpenSCAD. It's better than CSS. LaTeX. I just started learning it a few weeks ago. And I've already switched over to it for doing all my assignments. The documents are just so much more beautiful and well formatted than Gdocs or Word. And it handles equations and math much better than either, which is good for me since I'm an engineering, so lots of math. I'd highly encourage anyone who's studying math, science, engineering to learn and start using LaTeX. Interesting story of how TeX came about. Knuth, one of the fathers of computer science, was writing his book and found the software available at the time to be bad. So he wrote TeX so that he could write his book on it. Reminds me of this. As ever. Appropriate XKCD. Draft site. Full CAD software available for free. Functionality and commands work almost exactly like AutoCAD. Audacity. Audio editing software. iFanView. Great for basic editing of images. This is my default image viewer. And then there's ones a lot of people know about like VLC, Winamp, Imburn, WinRAR, Z7, CPUID and BleachBit. Undefined. Used to love AskReddit. Paint. Net is life now. Edit. AskReddit is my fave for quick edits. I can do a color correction or a crop in 10 seconds and save the file in the time it takes Paint. Net to launch on my machine. This 1000 or so raw files would take a long time to browse through for the client. Let me. Batch conversion advanced resize set one or both sides to 1000x1000px preserve aspect ratio options JPEG quality to 65 select files go make T. And have fully resized small images for clients to browse through be done when I get back.